been interesting.
Interesting. There have been stories, preview stories.
You got FCX, CCC, intersectional. Now all these leagues are incestuous. They all play each other, and nobody gets on the plane anymore.
Of the Southern Division Super Regional. First, let's meet the head coach from Stanford, Kevin Murray. Assistant coaches Rich Tromboli, Bill Foglia, and Mike Suma. Here are the non-starters. Number 28, Grant Porpora. Number 2, Montana Simmel. Number 10, Blake Newcomer. Number 8, Ruben Rodriguez. Number 3, Aaron Donalfo. Number 15, Flynn McMurrow. Number 9, Bobby Criven. And number 21, Leo Sochi. And the starting lineup. Batting first, center fielder, number 17, Anthony Frangiosi. Batting second, the designated hitter, number 13, Michael Lisanakis. Batting third, shortstop, number 11, Dean DeBreha. Batting fourth, first baseman, number 34, Hunter Semmel. Batting fifth, catcher, number 16, Tim Mira. Batting sixth, third baseman, number 4, Connor Nicholson. Batting seventh, left fielder, number 7, Michael Grafstein. Batting eighth, second baseman, number 5, T.J. Wainwright. Batting ninth, right fielder, number 14, Michael Tavano. Pitching for Stanford is number 25, Adam Stone. Now let's meet the head coach of the Greenwich Cannons, Mike Amahi. Assistant coach Scott Georgie and Rich Sullivan. Here are the non-starters. Number 14, Danny Hoppel. Number 11, Marco Pastor. Number 17, Mike Beninati. Number 12, Andrew Decino. Number 27, Brent Collins. Number 21, Henry Quinlan. And number 3, Tristan Sagone. And the starting lineup, batting first, left fielder number 1, Anthony Ferraro. Batting second, right fielder number 5, Eric Minnie. Batting third, catcher number 25, Kevin Wooding. Batting fourth, shortstop number 18, Colin Kelly. Batting fifth, pitcher number 8, Connor Langan. Batting sixth, second baseman number 9, Aaron Schur. Batting seventh, third baseman number 10, Ricky Colombo. Batting eighth, first baseman number 2, Mark Sanu. And batting ninth, center fielder number 15, Ryan King. Here are the umpires for this afternoon's game. At third base is Mr. Matt McShane. At first base is Mr. Dan Butak. And behind the plate is Mr. Dan Jr. Ladies and gentlemen, we direct your attention to the area in front of the mound where Mr. Larry Riley, commander of Middletown Post 75, will deliver the American Legion Code of Sportsmanship.
Gentlemen, please remove your caps and repeat after me. I will keep the rules, keep faith with my teammates, keep my temper, keep myself fit, keep a stout heart and defeat, keep my pride under control in victory, keep a sound soul, a clean mind, and a healthy body.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you please rise? On July 14th, we lost a friend of American Legion Baseball with the passing of Stanford General Manager Chris Sabia at the age of 39 to cancer. Chris was a family man, a fierce competitor and coach, longtime Zone 4 chairman, and past state baseball committee member. Ladies and gentlemen, a moment of silence, please, in memory of Chris Sabia. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the recorded voices of the Middletown High School Chamber Choir and the anthem of the United States of America.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight
realize how much the American Legion did in our community until I was overseas and my family needed help. The Legion was there, taking care of things I couldn't, and they asked nothing in return. I guess it's because they know what I'm going through. They've been here before. And when I looked into it, I discovered that there was a way for me to continue to serve my fellow veterans and my community through the American Legion. That's why I joined.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why I belong.
I never realized how much the American Legion did in our community until I was overseas and my family needed help. The Legion was there, taking care of things.
I'd welcome right back here to beautiful Parliament Field in Middletown, Connecticut, as we continue with our coverage of the American Legion baseball tournament here in the beautiful state of Connecticut at one of my favorite ballparks in the state by far. My other favorite, Muzzy Field in Bristol. And Steve Riley is there calling the action of a couple of games today. Overcast skies, going to be hot and humid again, as you might expect. And that's Connor Langen going through his warm-ups out in the mound for Greenwich. Greenwich and Stanford, both teams competing out of Zone 4. And they're here today to play in the nice ceremony prior to the start of this game in memory. Chris Sabia, of course, a long-time general manager. Stanford lost his battle to cancer last week. I've mentioned it a couple of times. It gives me chills just to think about it, leaving his little child, of course, his wife, his dog, his entire Stanford Legion baseball family. And they're certainly playing with heavy hearts and trying to win one for the Gipper, so to speak. And, something deep inside, kind of hope they do, but we'll wait and see. They've been on the doorstep many times. Teams like RCP have certainly broken the heart of Stanford American Legion baseball fans out there.
Center fielder, number 17.
But we're ready to go here today. Frangiosi will lead it off here for Stanford. They will be the visitors. It's a double elimination part of the tournament, the Super Regional, and the first pitch is in there for the strike call. Frangiosi to lead it off. This Akia will bat second. That ball's hit in the center field, and King will camp underneath it, and you quickly have one away. So one down on a fly ball out to the center fielder. Hitting third will be Dean DePretta. Hunter Semmel in the cleanup spot for the Stanford team. We'll talk about their records and zone play and alike as we move along. Big fastball from Langen. Connor looking smooth out there. Cannons in their white uniform top, sharp-looking uniform. Stanford in their dark blue jersey tops today. We bring you our GoPro view throughout this weekend, the Super Regional leading into mid-next week. And next weekend, we break out the big cameras and instant replay and alike for the championship series. Looking forward to that. So Langen into the windup and the pitch. Miss high and outside. The Akia. Michael, the designated hitter today. Had a chance to watch the Stanford play at Dunkin' Donuts Park there in Hartford when they took on South Windsor in a couple of exhibition games. There's a swing and a miss, and Langen right now off to a smooth start. He's got two out. Brings up Dean DePretta, or DePretta rather. So DePretta will step on in. He's a shortstop today for the Stanford team. Outfield playing just about straight away. Farrell, the left fielder, Minnie in right. You already met King, the center fielder, as he made the catch on the fly ball to center to start it all. Count goes 1 ball and no strikes. Woodring behind the plate, catching the balls and strikes today for Greenwich. Langan into the windup, but the pitch is low and away to the backstop. .400 feet to straightaway center field, 327 down the line in left, and about 322 to right field. Pitch up and in. Count goes 3 balls and no strikes. Back here tomorrow for 2 more. 1 on Monday, 1 on Tuesday, and if game scheduled for Wednesday. The weekday games all scheduled for 6:30 tomorrow, 1 and 4 again. Count goes 3 and 1. DePretta trying to get something rolling here for Stanford in the top of the first with 2 down. Fouls out to the screen. Flag's not moving much at all in left center field, where it's 380 feet away. 380 to the right center field fence. Langan with a twist. 3-2 off speed pitch up high, and he loses him. So DePretta down to the bag at first. That's the first walk issued today by Connor Langan.
Batting fourth, first baseman number 34, Hunter Semmel.
So Semmel will step in. He's the first baseman for the Stanford team. Graduate from West Hill High School in 2018, will Semmel. They put a bit of a shift on for the right-handed hitter. They've taken the center fielder King. They've turned him a little bit towards right center field. So you got a gap out there in left center if he can hit it. Pitch up and in. And the count goes 2-0. Langan all of a sudden struggling to find that strike zone. See how aggressive Stanford will be on the base paths early on here against their arch rival in zone 4. Pitch over the outside corner for the strike, and the count now 2 balls and 1 strike. Greenwich was top in the zone at 23-2. Trumbull 22-4. Stanford at 20-5. Throw to the bag at first, and DePretta just scrambled back in time. All 3 of the teams are here. Middletown. We'll see Trumbull later on. Runner goes, and the pitch is fouled straight back, and the count goes level at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Had a chance to call some soccer last night. Elm City Express. I missed the American Legion meeting with all the coaches getting together, and I do apologize for that. But duty called. Can't give up work when you get it, can you? Boy, it was exciting action. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 1 on. And the pitch missed up high. The count goes full 3-2 to Semmel. A lot of the folks in the stands wearing Sabia T-shirts today in honor of the high fastball swing and a miss. Semmel strikes out. Second strikeout of the inning for Langan, and that's going to do it. So in the inning, no runs, no hits, no errors. There's a walk and 1 left on base. We'll be back with the bottom of inning number 1, and it's Greenwich coming to the plate when we return.
By the Middletown American Legion.
Not only have I learned a lot of speaking skills,
meeting these 50 other incredibly talented people,
but most of all, I think you learn a lot about yourself.
You're able to grow in so many ways.
Learning about public speaking.
You also gain a tremendous amount of friendships.
It's a nice bonus.
That's definitely a plus, I'm not going to lie.
It is definitely something that is on my mind.
It's such a great document.
It guarantees me so many liberties and freedoms.
It's looking out for me.
The significance that I place on voting.
The 8th Amendment, which deals with cruel and unusual punishment.
My comparison of the Constitution to a lens.
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, please contact us. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to
All right, welcome right back as we continue. Anthony Ferraro will lead things off here for Greenwich in the bottom of the first inning. The zone champs out of zone 4.
Number 1, Anthony Ferraro.
So Ferraro to face the big, tall Adam Stone. Mira behind the plate, catching the balls in strike. Eric Minnie is a on-deck batter. He's a right fielder. Hitting third will be Kevin Woodring, the catcher, today for Greenwich. Outfield just about straight away. Frangiosi, the center fielder. Stone's 1-0 pitch. That's a strike. Adam Stone, no stranger to tournament play for Stanford. He's competed at all the levels for him, been very, very successful. He's got a brother at Harvard. I believe he's following him there. There's a ground ball right back to Stone, and with that long reach, able to make the play look rather easy, and Ferraro is retired. 1-3 if you like to score at home. 1 down, and Eric Minnie the step on in.
Batting second, right fielder.
Hunter Semmel, the first baseman. T.J. Wainwright playing down at the bag at second for Stanford. Dean Pretta is your shortstop, and Connor Nicholson at the bag at third. Grafstein in left. Frangiosi in center. Tufano is a right fielder defensively for Stanford. Here comes the pitch to the plate to the left-handed hitter, and in there for the strike call to Minnie. Count quickly goes 0-1. Well, you got to win a couple of games to get out of this super regional. Can't lose more than one. 2 and you're out. Double elimination tournament. Everybody with a fresh slate playing in today's games. Tomorrow we'll have a loser's bracket game and a winner's bracket affair. Here comes the 0-2 pitch down on the dirt. Count goes 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bases are empty here in the bottom of the first inning. We'll check in on Steve Riley and see what's going on in Bristol when we can. Of course, the folks at the American Legion website do a terrific job of keeping you updated. You got the iScore, so you can have that on one page, check things out, watch a little video from both locations. Little lazy foul ball. 0-0, bottom of the first in game 1. Ed straightening us out on that one. That's the North Regional, West Hartford and Avon. That game also started at 1 o'clock. Later today, we'll have Trumbull and Cheshire. That should be a great battle. South Windsor and Waterford, the back-end game at Muzzy Field in beautiful Bristol. Well, speed pitch missed outside. Count now even at 2-2 to Minnie. These two teams very familiar with each other, obviously, playing out of the same zone. And the pitch fouled off at the plate. Eric Minnie, 3-year starter at Greenwich High School, was a co-captain in 2017. Want to thank the folks from Greenwich for passing along this vital information. I hope all the other teams can do that as we move along. Send us an email. I know David Greenleaf, our director of baseball here in the state of Connecticut, made the announcement for us yesterday to all the teams, and we got one team to cooperate. We do appreciate. I'm sure Mr. Zimmerman and the crew at South Windsor have handed some vital information along in the past. We appreciate that. He'll hand it off to Steve Riley once again. Count now full 3-2 to Minnie. Woodring in the on-deck circle. Kind of a lazy feel to this early Saturday afternoon. Midsummer-like weather, pitch foul back. Count remains full at 3-2 to Minnie. Stone with a big leg kick. 3-2 pitch, and he lost him. So Eric Minnie draws a walk and becomes a 1-out base runner. First walk issued by Stone here in the contest. Brings up Kevin Woodring. Woodring behind the plate. His teammate a little bit banged up. It was Pastor, Marco Pastor, the usual catcher, when he got banged up. A little bit of a altercation. Banged up his hand. We'll leave it at that, right? Woodring now the catcher. That's a little tidbit of information I got from the inside. Cannot reveal my sources. He'll keep feeding me stuff. I guess all we can say is boys will be boys, right? Home team is based on the higher seeding, as you might expect. Got a runner at first, Minnie, with a short lead away. The fastball is going to be fouled off at the plate. Woodring gave it a hefty swing. Colin Kelly, the shortstop, in the on-deck circle for Greenwich. Langan batting fifth today. Aaron Skor, the second baseman, batting sixth. Colombo, seventh. Sanu, the first baseman, batting eighth. And King, Ryan King, the center fielder, hitting ninth for this Greenwich team. Stone takes a long look at the runner at first. That's Minnie. They'll send him back to the bag. And the 1-1 runner goes. Throw on down by Mira. It was a close play, but that's a stolen base for Minnie. Got a nice jump. Really measured it effectively. That's a good stolen base. Mira showing off his arm, too. Made it close. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. A runner now in scoring position for Greenwich. Woodring, a 3-year canon. Some feel as though he might be the heart and soul of this team, the guy that kind of makes the engine run. Woodring, good eye there. Count goes 2 balls and 2 strikes. A Stone missed with a curveball inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Minnie with that lead away from the bag down at second. Outfield playing just about straight away. Really important to win today. You don't win today, you're playing from behind in all aspects. The entire Super Regional Tournament. Cannot lose again. Win today and tomorrow really puts you in the driver's seat. Count 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch, and that's outside ball 4. Stone tried to place that one over the black of the outside corner and missed the mark. I got runners at first and second, and Colin Kelly to the plate. It doesn't appear that Woodring has a ton of speed down at the bag at first. Double play ball potential now with runners at first and second and 1 out. Stanford with a good infield, by the way.
Colin Kelly.
And the pitch. Kelly, big swing and a miss from the lefty. All FCX senior at Greenwich High School. 2016 was Kelly. Chops it up the middle to the bag. The touch by DePreta. An arm to the bag at first. For the out. There's your double play. 6 unassisted to 3. Nice scoop of the bag at first by Hunter Semmel. Let's not overlook that. And with a double play, that threat will end. No runs, no hits, no errors, 2 walks, and 1 left. We'll be back with the top of inning number 2 here on SportingNewsCT.com as we continue with our coverage of American Legion baseball. So please stay with us.
Not only have I learned a lot of speaking skills,
Meeting these 50 other incredibly talented people,
But most of all, I think you learn a lot about yourself.
you're able to grow in so many ways.
Learning about public speaking.
you also gain a tremendous amount of friendships.
It's a nice bonus.
That's definitely a plus, I'm not going to lie.
Is definitely something that is on my mind.
It's such a great document.
It guarantees me so many liberties and freedoms.
It's looking out for me.
The significance that I place on voting.
The 8th Amendment, which deals with cruel and unusual punishment.
My comparison of the Constitution to a lens.
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, please contact us. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America.
All right, welcome right back as we continue with our coverage of American Legion baseball. To the top of inning number 2 we go. I got some responsibilities here of changing our scoreboard to the proper inning. Let's do that as Miller steps on in. This is Stanford coming to the plate here in the top of 2. They had a base runner on in the first via walk versus Langen. So Miller the catcher, Nicholson and Grafstein the scheduled hitters, and that pitch is fouled straight back. Sanu at first. Score at second. Kelly. Colombo around the infield. And the pitch. Ground ball. It's going to find its way through the dive of the second baseman, and there has a leadoff single, and for the first time in the game, Stanford with a leadoff runner on base. That's their first hit of the game by either team, and Connor Nicholson to the plate, the third baseman.
Nicholson.
So Nicholson will step in. Nicholson, Regis High School, 2018. He'll graduate. He'll be a senior this year. 2018, can't believe that's right around the corner. Looked like a cracked bat. It sounded that way. It's a pop up to second, and it's caught there by Anu for the out. Nicholson on a pitch, retired. We have one down and one on. Grafstein to the plate, the left fielder. Graduated from West Hill High School 2017, so congratulations on that accomplishment.
Michael Grafstein.
So Michael will step on in. He plays left field for Stanford. Wainwright, the on-deck circle. Langen's pitch is over for the strike. It's ahead of the hitter. Seven-inning ball game here today. Go to the bag at first, runner got on back. Concession stand is open. If you're coming out here to Palmer Field, I highly suggest you bring some dollar bills and enjoy the food from the concession stand. Another throw on over to the bag at first. And if you come for 2 and the concession stand closes, go to downtown, Middletown, on Main Street, all kinds of great eateries. Beautiful location. Come and visit right here in the heart of the state. The velvety tones in the background of Jim Bransfield throughout the weekend, too. Public address announcer. There goes a runner, pitch up and in, the throw by Woodring, and the tag. It's a little late, sliding in. There's Mira with a stolen base. It was close. Count goes a 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 out. Now a runner in scoring position for Stanford. From the belt, Langen checks the runner at second. The pitch over the outside corner, good spot there. 1 ball, 2 strikes as he changed him up. Corner Langen shouts for his accomplishments out there in the field. There's a little dribbler. Charge, throw to first by short, and off the base. So now they knock it down. And they're going to go that as a base hit. So an infield single as Grafstein showed good speed. Will put runners on the corners. So that's a second hit of the inning. Wasn't hit all that hard. Drew really had to come after it. Bobbled it just a tad, and then the throw took Sanu off the bag. So Wainwright to the plate, the second baseman, with runners in the corners and 1 down. Good chance here for Stanford. Langen, starting quarterback at Greenwich High School. While FCAC and baseball will play football and baseball at Dickinson College next year. So there goes a runner first to second. They want 2 in scoring position. No contest. Woodring will eat the baseball, and that will be a stolen base. Grafstein, we know he's got good speed. Infield's going to come in now around the horn, except for the shortstop. He's fading back. That's Kelly. Well, they all do charge in. Wainwright with a big swing and a miss. Early on here in this ball game. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, and 2 on. And they're in scoring position for Stanford. The 1-1. Ball hit high in the air. The right center field could be trouble. And a diving attempt by Minnie. It's off his glove. 1 run will score. King will retrieve the baseball in the second with a double and 2 RBIs as the throw is late. I don't know what happened there. It was really slow getting around with Grafstein. I thought he was going to score rather easily. That relay throw made it close. I mean, Wainwright was standing on the bag at second when he made the turn there. I don't know if he stumbled. I had taken my eye off him. So Miller scores, Grafstein scores, Wainwright will get a double and 2 RBIs out of that. And Tofano to the plate, and Stanford has jumped out to a 2-0 lead. Ball popped up, catcher with the mask off, and Woodring will put it away. And that's closure to Tofano's at bat as he pops up in foul territory to the catcher. You got 2 down top the order up at the plate, and Anthony Frangiosi. Can't talk this morning. I'm talking like I played tennis today.
17, Anthony Frangiosi.
Frangiosi up for the second time, hit a fly ball to the center fielder. It was lazily hit in the first, if that's a word. Pitch low and away. Let's see Akia in the on-deck circle. Ball hit up the middle. That's going to be a base hit charged by King. They're going to send the runner around the bag at third. Wainwright coming home. The throw, tardy. And that's a clutch. Frangiosi. 2 out. RBI, base hit. And Stanford now has put together a 3-run inning. I think Chris Sabia is smiling up in heaven.
The designated hitter, number 13, Michael Lisanicchia.
So I guess it's Lisanicchia. I got Kia. Nicolisi. Okay. Get that correction. Lisanicchia at the plate. How's that? Michael is easier. He'll turn on one, hits it high in the air and foul towards some folks way down the right field line. Lisanicchia struck out his first time. Frangiosi with a lead away from that bag at first. Stanford with a 3-run lead. Pitch high and outside, runner goes. A throw off the glove of the shortstop and into shallow center field, chased down by King. Frangiosi with a stolen base. They're looking for more here with 2 down. Langan, pitch big, swing and a miss, and the count goes even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Woodring to set the target behind the plate. Looks like they might want the pitch to the outside part. Here comes a 2-2. It's high and outside and spoiled off. Lisanicchia put that one to the hot tin roof. It never came down, did it? Where'd it go? Oh, it came down? Where'd it go? Did it come down there? A fan down there?
Yeah, it hit down here. Came down.
That hit under the roof. Big swing and a miss on the changeup, and that's going to do it in the inning. But a big inning. 3 runs up on the board on a total of 4 hits. They leave a runner on, and Stanford has jumped out to a 3-0 lead over Greenwich. We'll be back with more momentarily.
Not only have I learned a lot of speaking skills,
meeting these 50 other incredibly talented people.
But most of all, I think you learn a lot about yourself.
You're able to grow in so many ways.
Learning about public speaking.
You also gain a tremendous amount of friendships.
It's a nice bonus.
That's definitely a plus, I'm not going to lie.
Is definitely something that is on my mind.
It's such a great document.
It guarantees me so many liberties and freedoms.
It's looking out for me.
The significance that I place on voting.
The 8th Amendment, which deals with cruel and unusual punishment.
My comparison of the Constitution to a lens.
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, please contact us. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America.
All right, welcome right back. Adam Stone now working with a 3-run cushion to the bottom of the second. Important to put the thumb in the dike. Not allow this Greenwich team to bounce right back. This is Langan to the plate. He's the pitcher for the Cannons, and he pops it up and fouls it up. Out of town, bottom of 2. It's West Hartford who upset RCP, knocked off the reigning champs just a couple of days ago. Did that on the road at RCP at Cromwell High School. They lead Avon by the score of 2-1. That game in the bottom of inning number 2. You can watch that on our sister channel. Langan the pitcher, behind the count now, 1 ball and 2 strikes to Adam Stone. Outfield playing just about straight away. Big double play turned. This ball game. And the first by Stanford, aiding the cause. Now he gets a strikeout of Langan. And you have 1 down. That's the first strikeout of the game for Stone.
Batting 6th, second baseman, number 9, Aaron Schur.
So Schur stepping up to the plate. Schur the second baseman, and the pitch fouls straight back. Colombo in the on-deck circle. Cheshire and Trumbull to bat a little bit later on today. Of course, Stanford representing post 3. And the 0-1 turned on and fouled off by Schur. Grafstein in left, Frangiosi the center fielder. Tefano in right field defensively for Stanford. Pitch up high with a fastball. Count goes 1-2. Pitch to Schur, low to right. And was a co-captain in the Greenwich High team 2017. Played some shortstop. Can also pitch, plays some second. Going to the University of Chicago. He's a Yankee fan, so he's got one problem. A pitch missed outside. I'm a Red Sox guy, can't help it. Got to talk some smack once in a while, right? University of Chicago to play some baseball. That sounds exciting. Never been to Chicago. You'll enjoy the stay. 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and Stone gets another strikeout. That's his second of the inning, second of the ball game. Brings up Ricky Colombo. Colombo was a starter this year for Greenwich High School. Played in the infield. Going to the University of Richmond. Curveball from Stone. Big arcing curveball in there for the strike. Two out, nobody on here in the bottom of 2. Stanford, those 3 runs you see on the scoreboard, they're all scored in the second if you're just tuning in. They put together 4 hits to score 3. One of the hits of the infield variety. 1-1 pitch. Hit high in the air. That should do it. Frangiosi will camp underneath it. He'll make the catch. Colombo retired on a fly ball. That's an easy 1-2-3 inning from this vantage point for Adam Stone. We'll be back with the top of inning number 3. Stay with us.
I never realized how much the American Legion did in our community until I was overseas and my family needed help. The Legion was there, taking care of things I couldn't, and they asked nothing in return. I guess it's because they know what I'm going through. They've been here before. And when I looked into it, I discovered that there was a way for me to continue to serve my fellow veterans and my community through the American Legion. That's why I joined.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why I belong.
All right, welcome right back as we move on to the top of inning number 3, and the shortstop stepping up to the plate for Stanford. That's Dean DePretta. Walked back in the first. Stanford with a 3-0 lead on 4 hits. Greenwich still seeking their first hit of the ball game. And the big righty Langan on the mound. The pitch turned on, and that's loop foul down the left field line. Hunter Semmel will then Merritt to follow. These two teams did compete during the regular, obviously both being out of zone 4. Greenwich took the first meeting in July 9-7. Stanford with a 2-0 shutout win. And then they played a game that was 1-1 and suspended, and I don't think they ever completed that game. They did not complete. It was late in the regular year. So this is kind of a rubber game between the two. High fastball. DePretta's chasing that. Count goes 2-2. Langan had relatively easy first inning, got touched up for the 3 in the second. Slings that one low and away, and the count now full at 3-2. Gave up that 2-run double to Wainwright. RBI base hit to Frangiosi. Popped up. Third baseman will call, and Colombo will put it away in the leather. And you have one down. It brings up Hunter Semmel, who struck out his first time. So he's 0 for 1 today as Semmel.
First baseman number 34, Hunter Semmel.
Semmel, a right-handed hitter. And pitch missed inside. Big swing and a miss by Semmel. Count now 1 ball and 1 strike. Off speed pitch, fooled him. Count goes 1 ball, 2 strikes. Was tied for the last report, leading 2-1, but Avon, I understand, threatening in Bristol. Had the bases loaded. 1 out, bases loaded. Pitch to Semmel, foul straight back. Last report, Hunter Semmel hasn't decided where he wants to matriculate after his high school days. can also pitch. Kevin Murray sending along some notes. Appreciate that. Here's the 2-2. Fouled out of play down the right field line. Count remains even at 2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out. Langen's offering. Straight fastball popped up and fouled off. Over towards Route 66, the Five Guys. Nice pizzeria. Right off of Route 66 around the corner. Langen deals. Curveball got him. Good off-speed curveball there, and Semmel's going to go back to the dugout. He has struck out here for the second time. Those numbers starting to add up now for Langen. That's his 4th strikeout. 2 out, nobody on. And Timmy Mira to the plate. Leadoff single back in the 2nd. Stole a base. Scored a run. Here's the pitch. Down low. Connor Nicholson in the on-deck circle for Stanford. Here in the 3rd. Langen's pitch hit high in the air. Center fielder Ryan King will capture it for the inning's final out. Langen settles down to have a 1-2-3 inning, his first of the contest. We're back with the bottom of 3. Stanford leads Greenwich 3-0.
I never realized how much the American Legion did in our community until I was overseas and my family needed help. The Legion was there, taking care of things I couldn't, and they asked nothing in return. I guess it's because they know what I'm going through. They've been here before, and when I looked into it, I discovered that there was a way for me to continue to serve my fellow veterans and my community through the American Legion. That's why I joined. I never realized how much the American Legion did in our community until I was overseas and my family needed help. The Legion was there, taking care of things I couldn't, and they asked nothing in return. I guess it's because they know what I'm going through. They've been here before, and when I looked into it, I discovered that there was a way for me to continue to serve my fellow veterans and my community through the American Legion. That's why I joined.
Is it a bait or a bait, does he call himself? A bait? Well, the Cannons coming into play here in the bottom of 3rd. Mike Abady, of course, the longtime head coach, has really done a terrific job. So Sanu will step in. He's a number 8 hitter in the lineup. You got King on the top of the order, Ferraro to face Stone here in the 3rd. Get a chance to listen to some of the music that's played in the background between innings. Jim Bransfield always wanted to be a disc jockey, I think, at one of the old AM radio stations back in the day. Here comes the 1-0 pitch, and that's outside. Count 2 balls and no strikes. Once again, the folks have gone beyond the call of duty here in Middletown. Legion Post loves baseball. They got a little Hall of Fame museum in a building right outside the ballpark. Mr. Bagwell played American Legion ball for Middletown in their Hall of Honor. Also in the Hall of Fame, Major League Baseball. I guess if he makes the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame, he better be in your local Hall of Fame, right? Sanu trying to become a base runner. He chased one inside and fouled it off the count. Full 3-2 to Sanu. Grafstein, a left fielder for Ngiosi in center. Tufano in right. DePruder and Wainwright up the middle as defensive players at short and second for Stanford. Fouled off. Semmel and Nicholson playing on the corners at first and third. They're behind the plate. Adam Stone is on the hill. 3 runs on 4 hits for Stanford. For Greenwich, no runs, no hits. That's fouled off the foot. Count remains full at 3-2. We're going to come on out to the Department Championship in Middletown. Talk about that. There's a ball hit to the hole. A long throw. That's a dandy play by the shortstop. That is of high quality right there. He got it on the backhand side. Great balance and a good strong throw. And Sanu is retired, 1 out.
Center fielder number 15, Ryan King.
Brings up Ryan King. That was a nifty little play. I think he's done that before. So Stone gets the out. Stanford continues to play some fine defense. They got that double play back in the first, much needed there when they had runners at first and second at Greenwich with just 1 down. Avon threatened with the bases loaded, I understand, in Bristol and came up empty. Bases loaded and 1 out, came up empty. They still trail West Hartford 2-1. Pitch fouled off by King. Anthony Ferraro in the on-deck circle. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Championship games Friday night, 6:30. Winner out of the North. This is the North Super Regional taking on the winner out of the South. Saturday, they play again at 1 and at 4. Love to see them change those times to noon and 3. That would really work nice for me. Here's the pitch of the plate down low. Now 2-2 with an out. Stone's 2-2 pitch missed outside. The count goes full 3-2. It's a hot, humid day. These guys visibly look rather red already. Makes it a little more difficult to grip that baseball. Three-two pitch. Popped up. Shortstop got it. And you have 2 down. Spreader puts that away. 2 out. Ferraro to the plate. Tap one back to Adam Stone his first time. He's 0 for 1.
Ferraro.
So Ferraro, the left fielder, stepping in. Heading to St. Lawrence next year to play some football with his brother Vincent. He can also pitch. Many consider him to be the ace. 7-0 record. Was a captain of Greenwich High School in 2017. St. Lawrence, that's way up there. But it's a great campus, great school. They have one of the most unique hockey rinks in all of ECAC, if they haven't ruined it. All wooden stands. All shellacked up, nice and shiny. Real great barn for ice hockey. My good friend from Lynn, Massachusetts, Joe Marsh, was the longtime head hockey coach at St. Lawrence. Over 300 wins in his career. Count 2 balls and a strike. He'll enjoy his time. It's very cold in St. Lawrence. I do know that. Ground ball. Wainwright will field it. Got it onto the bag at first. Things are settling down real nice for Adam Stone. That's another 1-2-3 inning. And he's retired the last 7. If you count the lead runner on the double play, that would be 8. But it's really 7. We're back with more. 4-3 on that put out. The 4th is on your way. 3-0 Stanford. First game of 2 of the regional.
Not only have I learned a lot of speaking skills,
Meeting these 50 other incredibly talented people,
But most of all, I think you learn a lot about yourself.
you're able to grow in so many ways.
Learning about public speaking.
you also gain a tremendous amount of friendships.
It's a nice bonus.
That's definitely a plus, I'm not gonna lie.
Is definitely something that is on my mind.
It's such a great document.
It guarantees me so many liberties and freedoms.
It's looking out for me.
The significance that I place on voting.
The 8th Amendment, which deals with cruel and unusual punishment.
My comparison of the Constitution to a lens.
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation.
All right, welcome back for the fourth. Stanford to the plate. They own the lead at 3-0. They scored all 3 runs back in the second when they collected all 4 of their hits in the ball game. And Nicholson to lead it off. Popped up to the second baseman his first time. Shore the second baseman. Kelly the shortstop. That's Langan on the mound corner. And the first pitch in for the strike. Colombo plays the bag at third. Sanu at first. Woodring behind the plate. Ferraro, King, Minnie from left to right. 0-1 pitch. That's a strike call. Grafstein, Wainwright to follow in the batting order. This is the part of the order that did some damage for Stamford. Again, that's popped up, and it's over the head of Shore. I think he thought he had that rather routinely. May have misjudged it a little bit, and it was over his glove for a single. So Connor Nicholson with a base hit. And Shore went over with the glove up there, ready to make the snare, and it was over his glove. Didn't get a good jump on it. Maybe mistimed it just a tad. Anyhow, it goes as a base hit, 5th of the ball game. So Grafstein to the plate. Would have been a real nice play, obviously, if he pulled it in. Kevin Moe, the head coach of Stanford. Stanford at 12-5 during the regular season. 3 games back of Greenwich in the final standings. Stanford, very good team on the road, 9-1. Of course, they play their home games at Cubetta Stadium. It's been the host to American Legion Championship Series in the past. And our late good friend Chris Sabia helped to organize all that. He was so proud when American Legion Baseball selected Stanford and Cubetta Stadium as the host site. They did a terrific job. Fly ball to center. King will camp, and he'll make the catch. Grafstein retired. They have 1 down, 1 on. And to the plate comes Wainwright.
Second baseman, number 5, T.J. Wainwright.
Wainwright is a really young guy, second baseman, also pitched, class of 2019. Has committed to play at Fairleigh Dickinson. Langer likes to hang that right arm down. Pitch up and in. Wainwright with a 2-run double back in the second. Pitch popped up and out of play. 2-2 now, Avon and West Hartford. Quite a battle going on. At Muzzy Field in Bristol. They've refurbished Muzzy Field. It's absolutely terrific. Looks beautiful. Took away all our prime parking spots, though. Here comes the 1-1, and that's a pitch over the outside corner in for the strike. We always find something to gripe about, don't we? Ground ball, fielded. Kelly touched the bag on the first, and that's a double play. First double play of the ball game for Greenwich. 6 unassisted to 3. And that will do it. So the base hit doesn't hurt. No runs. You had 1 hit, no errors. Nobody left on the bases. We'll be back with the bottom of inning number 4. And the score remains 3-0 Stanford over Greenwich.
Not only have I learned a lot of speaking skills,
Meeting these 50 other incredibly talented people,
But most of all, I think you learn a lot about yourself.
you're able to grow in so many ways.
Learning about public speaking.
you also gain a tremendous amount of friendships.
It's a nice bonus.
That's definitely a plus, I'm not gonna lie.
Is definitely something that is on my mind.
It's such a great document.
It guarantees me so many liberties and freedoms.
It's looking out for me.
The significance that I place on voting.
The 8th Amendment, which deals with cruel and unusual punishment.
My comparison of the Constitution to a lens.
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, please contact us. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's...
Welcome back. Eric Minnie drives a foul ball down the right field line up for the second time versus Adam Stone as we're in the bottom of the 4th. Stone working with that 3-run lead. He's retired the last 7 batters he has faced. After issuing a walk to Woodring, and he was part of the double play. Has not given up a base hit yet. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. Timmy Miller behind the plate. That's a little cue ball. Charged by the Predator. Throws on the run. Get it to first. And that is a nice play by the first baseman, Hunter Semmel. Oh, yeah, he'll do a little tap dance to get his feet secured on the bag and gets the out of inning.
Catcher number 25, Kevin Woodring.
6-3. That's 2 beautiful plays by the Predator now, the shortstop. Paul Iverson joining us. Good to see Paul. Woodring to the plate. Walked his first time. Looks like if he gets a hold of one, he's going to hit it a long way. Adam Stone out in the mound. Will be a junior at Field Prep. Got 2 brothers, Kevin and Grant. They both pitch at Harvard. Will Adam follow in their footsteps, or will he break the chain? Colin Kelly in the on-deck circle. The Stone 2-0. Ground ball hit the 3rd. Nicholson will field that. Takes aim. Throws across the diamond and plenty of time for the out. Another ground ball out.
Shortstop number 18, Colin Kelly.
Greenwich has only gotten 1 ball out of the end zone, out of the infield. Thinking of football. It's around the corner, isn't it? Training camp to begin. That was Colombo with that fly ball out back in the 2nd. Everything else has been in the infield. Kelly hit into that 6 unassisted 3 double play, which ended the 1st. Only 2 base runners have come via walk in the 1st. Pitch inside. Count goes 2 balls and no strikes. Stone needs to fight back in this count, and he gets the ground ball. Semmel will field it, says, I have this. Colin Kelly retired. That's 10 in a row retired now by Stone. But we're back with the top of 5. Still 3-0 Stanford. And game 1 of our North Super Regional affair here on a Saturday.
Not only have I learned a lot of speaking skills,
Meeting these 50 other incredibly talented people,
But most of all, I think you learn a lot about yourself.
you're able to grow in so many ways.
Learning about public speaking.
you also gain a tremendous amount of friendships.
It's a nice bonus.
That's definitely a plus, I'm not going to lie.
Is definitely something that is on my mind.
It's such a great document.
It guarantees me so many liberties and freedoms.
It's looking out for me.
The significance that I place on voting.
The 8th Amendment, which deals with cruel and unusual punishment.
My comparison of the Constitution to a lens.
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, please contact us. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America.
All right, we move on here to the top of inning number 5. Stanford with the lead,
Right fielder,
and they come to the
14,
plate.
Michael Tufano.
Langen touched up for the 3 runs in the second. This is Michael Tufano leading things off. Popped up to the catcher's first time. So he's 0 for 1. 5 hits in the game for Stanford. 4 in the 3-run second. They added a base hit in the 4th. Count goes even, 1-1 with the strike call. Connor Langen on the mound has 4 strikeouts. He's only walked 1. That was back in the first. Swing and a miss on the curve, and the count goes 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the 1-2. Miss lowered away. Tufano. Going to be a sophomore at Fairleigh Dickinson. Like a nice campus there at Fairleigh Dickinson. Been there on a couple of occasions. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Langen 2-2. Got him. Slow curveball got him. That's his 5th strikeout of the game. Frangiosi steps up to the plate. RBI base hit in 2 tries. Center fielder for Stanford.
Center fielder number 17, Anthony Frangiosi.
17 alumni from the Stanford Post 3 Legion team playing college baseball. Bodes well for the American Legion game, doesn't it? That ball cracked up the middle for a base hit. Frangiosi comes up with a 6th hit of the ball game for Stanford. That's a 1-out single. He's now 2 for 3.
Designated hitter number 13, Michael Lisanickia.
Lisanickia now stepping up to the plate, so we've all had to think 3 to 4 different pronunciations for his name. There's a lot of letters in his last name. Lisaniccia. For a true Italian, rather easy. I am studying a little Italian right now for my trip to Rome, taking my mom to Italy. Her roots from Italy, she's never been. I think at the age of 83 and still healthy. I'm so pleased with that. Get a chance to take her and see where her dad was from. So it's going to be a lot of fun. That trip upcoming for my family. But taking a little Italian, not doing too well with it. Lisanickia watches the pitch go way outside. Woodring had to go get it. Good play by Woodring there. You got a runner at first to Frangiosi. We're at the top of the 5th. Stanford 3 runs on 6 hits, no errors. Greenwich, 0s across the board. Langen's 1-2 pitch, fouled off. Been using a steady diet of off-speed curveballs here in this half. Stanford has been aggressive on the base pass. Frangiosi does have a stolen base. Grafstein has a stolen base. Mira has a stolen base. Throw goes to the bag at first. Langen peers in for the side for Woodring. Sanu, the first baseman, tried to hold the runner tight. Sure, the second baseman. There goes the runner. Pitch high and outside. The throw by Woodring, and it's to the short side of the bag, and that's going to be a stolen base for Frangiosi. Got another good jump. He's in scoring position. Colin Kelly fielded it. It was off his glove. The shortstop went second base side there.
Shortstop number 11, Dean DePreta.
So DePreta to the plate. By the way, there was a strikeout. Sanikia back to the dugout. DePreta to the plate. DePreta has been stellar in the field, hasn't he? 0 for 1 at the plate with a pop up to the third baseman. He's also walked. But defensively, he has been a stalwart. He has been incredible. Might be his play that has kept this game as is. 3-0 and no hits on the board for Greenwich. Made that one particular play where he went to the hole on a ball that really wasn't hit all that hard and threw the runner out at first. Ground ball pass, a dive of Langen. Charged by the shortstop, Kelly, and zings across the diamond. The throw for the out. DePreta and company retired. Nice play by Colin Kelly. Not to be outmatched by DePreta. We'll be back with the bottom of the fifth, and Stanford continues to lead 3-0.
Not only have I learned a lot of speaking skills,
Meeting these 50 other incredibly talented people,
But most of all, I think you learn a lot about yourself.
you're able to grow in so many ways.
Learning about public speaking.
you also gain a tremendous amount of friendships.
It's a nice bonus.
That's definitely a plus, I'm not going to lie.
Is definitely something that is on my mind.
It's such a great document.
It guarantees me so many liberties and freedoms.
It's looking out for me.
The significance that I place on voting.
The 8th Amendment, which deals with cruel and unusual punishment.
My comparison of the Constitution to a lens.
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, please contact us. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service.
Welcome back, Colonel Langen to lead it off. Ground ball hit the third, took a big hop. Nicholson's got that throw, and he got it across the diamond to Semmel. So Langen out on a pitch. A little bit of a tricky hop there for Connor Nicholson. Did a nice job. So one down. Langen now 0 for 2.
Second base.
Stone has retired 11 in a row. Aaron short of the plate, struck out. His first plate appearance back in the second inning. Greenwich has stranded one runner. They had 2 base runners via walk in the first inning. Stanford has stranded 3, but they plated 3. Colombo in the on-deck circle. Stone to deal it. Got the outside corner. Count goes 1-1. One pitch, curveball, swing and a miss. Count 1-2. Base is empty. Not much of a breeze here in Middletown at Parma Field, Sal Romano Memorial. Bill Pomfret Stadium, of course, and Parma Field, synonymous. Bill, a terrific contributor to Middletown American Legion baseball for so many years. In their Hall of Fame. Had a chance to meet him a few years back before he passed, and boy, what a true gentleman. He was a great example of what American Legion baseball stands for and what it's all about. In the American Legion Hall of Fame. Here comes a 3-2 pitch. That ball popped up. Out of play. Of course, they have the Hot Stove Banquet every January. They do sell tickets. You can check out the American Legion website. CTALBB is an easy way to find it. I don't know if you can purchase tickets now while it's on your mind, but it's a great event. They honor major league contributors, minor league contributors, high school contributors, and, of course, all three American Legion championship teams. Here's ball 4, and that will stop the run of outs consecutively put together by Stone at 11 as Shore draws a walk. Third walk offered here today by Stone. It brings up Ricky Colombo with 1 out and 1 on. Colombo hit a fly ball out to the center fielder his first time. So Stone will toss the first. Semmel and Wainwright on the right side of that infield. The Preda and Nicholson, they man the left side. Grafstein, Frangiosi, and Tufano in the outfield. Timmy Miller behind the plate. The Stone pitch, they're going to bunt. It's popped up to the screen. Count 0-1. Greenwich trying to figure out a way to ignite some offense. It's almost like you got to break the will of Stanford the way they're playing. The 0-1 missed inside. So West Hartford has scored 4, I understand. They're breaking away from Avon with a big 4-run inning. That pitch up high. No activity in either bullpen. Nice to have you on board. Stanford and Greenwich. More baseball coming your way later at 4 o'clock. Trumbull and Cheshire here in the North Super Regional. Game again at 4. Steve Riley will have action from Bristol. South Windsor and Waterford later today. West Hartford and Avon battling now. Avon the top seed in that North Regional. Greenwich the top seed here. Cheshire second, Stanford 4th, Trumbull obviously the 3 seed. Two balls, 2 strikes and an out, runner on. Stone with the glove high. And he got him. Struck him out. That's his 3rd strikeout of the ball game. And there's 2 down. And then brings up Mark Sanu, grounded out to the shortstop. The Predators for his time. So Sanu will come on in, and he'll swing from the left side as usual. Very versatile player. Second-year player for the Cannons. Ground ball hit the first. Diving play by Semmel. And that will end the inning. That would have been trouble if it got by Hunter Semmel. So Sanu perhaps robbed of a base hit on the quick reaction play by Hunter Semmel, and that'll do it. No runs, no hits, no errors. There was a walk and 1 left. We're back with the top of the 6th, and Stanford continues to lead by the score of 3-0.
I never realized how much the American Legion did in our community until I was overseas and my family needed help. The Legion was there, taking care of things I couldn't, and they asked nothing in return. I guess it's because they know what I'm going through. They've been here before, and when I looked into it, I discovered that there was a way for me to continue to serve my fellow veterans and my community through the American Legion. That's why I joined.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
All right, we'll break in as Hunter Semmel coming to the plate. How often do you see a player make a nice play on the field and then he gets a chance to lead off and hitting at the plate? Well, we're witnessing that right now. Swing and a miss. Langen pulled the string on him. Semmel, Miller, and Nicholson, the scheduled hitters, in middle of the order for the Stanford team. Semmel today has struggled. He's 0 for 2 against Connor. That ball is going to be blooped in the right field, but not this time. And Semmel comes out with a base hit going the opposite way, and that's a leadoff single. Now back in the second when they get a leadoff runner on via single, it turned out to be a 3-run, 4-hit inning. That's when Stanford scored all their runs. And Mary now to the plate. He singled to start that big inning, stole a base and scored a run. That was back in the second. Mary's 1 for 2 today. Pitch low and away. Nice stop by Woodring behind the plate. Stanford team very proud of the accomplishments of Telly Colarossi off to West Point. They do a nice job with their page on their American Legion website and linking it to all the great coverage that they get in the Stamford area. 1 ball, 1 strike. Semmel with a lead away from that bag at first. Bluffs. Curveball caught the inside corner. And count 1 and 2 now to Merritt. Connor Nicholson in the on-deck circle. 7-inning ball game. So Greenwich starting to run out of those offensive outs. Trailing by the score of 3-0. West Hartford continues to lead. Avon top of 6 by the score of 6-2. That ball hit high in the air, deep down the left field line, going to carry, and it's going to hop over the wall for a ground rule double. That will stop Semmel at the bag at third, and Miller gave that a long ride for a second. I thought it might have a chance. That's going to be a double. I get runners at second and third and nobody out for Connor Nicholson. Infield's going to come in for the Cannons all the way around the horn here. This will up the average of Nicholson.
Number 4, Connor Nicholson.
That's what they say. First pitch in for the strike. Nicholson trying to get the job done here for Stanford. Maybe break this one wide open. There's a wild pitch, goes to the backstop, and a run will score. Woodring made it close. Langen covered the bag, but sliding under the tag is Semmel on a wild pitch. Of course, Miro went all the way to the bag at third. So that's going to be a bit discouraging for Greenwich. That's a costly mistake. Pitch popped up and fouled off. Little baby in front of us there, looking cute. Makes me want to buy a plane ticket to Charlotte, North Carolina to see my grandkids. So stop doing that. It's convenient out of Hartford to get to Charlotte. Of course, I've always wanted to go down to Charlotte to see the kids during the American Legion World Series. It's in Shelby, North Carolina, not far from Charlotte. That ball cued down to the first baseman. They hold the runner at third, so Sanu does his job, and they get Nicholson. 3 unassisted, 1 down. Brings up Mike Grafstein.
Michael Grafstein.
With a base hit run scored. He's 1 for 2 today. He has good speed. That pitch in there for the strike. Got a runner at third. Run home here in the innings. 4-0. And the 0-1. Nice stop behind the plate that time by Woodring. Lincoln starting to labor perhaps here in this Sixth inning of play. It's hot. It's humid. Starts to get to you a little bit. One. Just a little low. Looked like it was over the plate, but perhaps below the knees. Here comes a 2-1. That's down low, and the count goes to 3-1. 4 runs on 8 hits now in the game for Stanford. I'll just give you a hint, not much going on for Greenwich. That pitch outside, ball 4. Now you get runners on the corners. Grafstein with decent speed. All he has a stolen base to his credit. They'll probably send him at some point in this sequence as Wainwright steps in. He has a 2-run double. And they're going to come on out. Beatty coming out of the dugout to have a chat with Langen and the entire infield. You get decisions to make. This is a double elimination. You know you're playing again tomorrow. So how much you want to chew up your pitching staff on occasion. You're down 4-0. I guess you would consider Stone, right? The ace of the Stanford staff out on the mound. So what's your chances with your final 6 out to score at least 4? This game started promptly at 1 o'clock. It's 2:18 here on the top of the 6th. I think that is the first visit paid to the mound by either coaching staff today. Wainwright, 1 for 2. He's also hit into a double play. Infield in.
Wainwright.
This will be easy for Grafstein. He's going to go. So, uncontested steal of the bag. Puts 2 in scoring position for Wainwright. He's already got a couple of RBIs today. He could lock in hitting star of the day, couldn't he? With another hit here. What was it, second and third and 1 down. The 1-1 pitch. Got the outside corner. Nice pitch from Langen. So I think most of that discussion was about defensive policies put together by the Cannons. How were they going to handle it if the runner went and all that good stuff. He did go. Here comes the 1-2. Ground ball hit foul. Third base wet. Langen ready to deal it. And the 1-2 offering got him. Beautiful pitch. On the changeup, Wainwright back to the dugout. That is the 7th strikeout of the ball game. So we'll go that as the 7th strikeout of the game for Langen. And brings up Mike Tofano. At least he's scheduled to hit. We may see a pinch hitter come on in, and we will for Stanford. That's Ruben Rodriguez. He'll graduate from AITE. What is that? 2017. What's that acronym stand for? Need to find that out.
Thank you.
So Ruben Rodriguez, I know he can pitch.
Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. Batting for Tofano, number 8, Ruben Rodriguez.
So Rodriguez a step in. Runners at second and third and 2 down. Coach Murray might have a hunch. Frangiosi in the on-deck circle for Stanford. Langen into the windup. Curveball, got the strike call. Count 0-1. That pitch just missed inside. Count goes level at 1 ball, 1 strike. Infielders relaxed somewhat with 2 outs. Middle infielders have gone back to normal spots. Curveball in. And the count 1-2. Rodriguez wiggles that bat from the right side. Langen, 1-2 pitch. popped up, could be trouble. Right fielder coming on to make the catch. Eric Minnie got a nice jump on it. And the pinch hitter, Rodriguez, is out to end the inning on a fly ball. A run will score. You had a couple of hits. A wild pitch produced a run, however, and he had two left on base. We'll be back with the bottom of the sixth, 4-0. Stanford with a lead over Greenwich.
West Hartford leads Avon 6-2.
I never realized how much the American Legion did in our community until I was overseas and my family needed help. The Legion was there, taking care of things I couldn't, and they asked nothing in return. I guess it's because they know what I'm going through. They've been here before, and when I looked into it, I discovered that there was a way for me to continue to serve my fellow veterans and my community through the American Legion. That's why I joined.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why I belong.
I never realized how much the American Legion did in our community.
All right, on to the bottom of the sixth inning we go, and defensive change. Ruben Rodriguez, who came on to pinch hit for Mike Tupano, is now playing right field. Number 9 hitter for Greenwich stepping up to the plate. That's Ryan King. He's 0 for 1. 4-0 your score. The team in the field with the lead. That's Stanford. King showing bunt. Pitch was inside for ball. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Nicholson, the third baseman, now playing on the infield grass with that bluff of a bunt. He shows bunt again, and that's over for the strike, and the count goes 1-1. Greenwich without a base hit. Stone is in somewhat familiar territory. Pitched a perfect game a little bit earlier this year. Here comes the 1-1. That's up and in. The count goes 2 balls and 1 strike. He's walked 3 batters today. That's it. 2 in the first and 1 in the fifth. Put together a string of 11 consecutive retirements. And that pitch inside. One thing he's done, he has not allowed a leadoff base runner in the ball game till right now here in the 6th with that walk. That's the 4th walk issued.
Left fielder number 1.
And brings up the top of the order. Anthony Ferraro is 0 for 2. He's grounded out twice. In the bottom of 6, 4-0. Stanford with the lead. It's a 7-inning ball game today. That pitch over for the strike.
Oh, I know. No, I'm just saying if he's trying for a hit, not a sacrifice for the sake.
Outfield playing just about straight away for the leadoff hitter Ferraro. And the 0-1, Ferraro bunts it first base side. It's going to be fielded by Semmel, and he put the tag on the runner, Ferraro, and held on to the ball. No sacrifice, they rule, so he was bunting for a base hit, and Ferraro retired 3 unassisted. King will take second base. Eric Minnie to the plate. Minnie is walked and grounded out. So that takes away any hope of a double play, doesn't it? In a routine fashion.
5, Eric Minnie.
So Minnie to step on in. He's the right fielder for Greenwich. And the pitch to the plate. Missed inside for a ball. The Stone offering. Got the inside corner, and the count goes 1-1. I don't think many like that call. Stone checks a runner down at the bag at second. That's King. That's the second time in the ballgame they put a runner in the scoring position. They got a runner via walk down to second. That was way back in the first inning. It was actually the guy at the plate, Minnie, who had walked and eventually stole second. Here comes the pitch. That ball jacked high in the air to right field, deep to the wall, and it is gone! A 2-run home run for Eric Minnie. And we got a ball game again. Minnie clouts at the right. And Greenwich on the board. And it's now a 4-2 game here in the 6th inning. Eric Minnie, he got all of that straight away. Right field for the homer. 2 RBIs for his trouble. That's the first hit of the game for Greenwich. And brings up Kevin Woodring. And that will bring Kevin Murray out of the dugout for Stanford on the near side, wearing that Sabia shirt, in honor of Christopher. And they'll have a discussion on the mound. I would say he got all of that, did Eric Minnie. So 4-2 your score. Stanford scored 3 in the second, 1 in the 6th. Greenwich has come up with a 2-run homer off the bat of Eric Minnie here in the bottom of the 6th to make it 4-2. 4 runs on 8 hits and no errors for Stanford. For Greenwich, 2 runs on 1 hit.
Kevin Woodring.
And no errors. So Woodring will step on in. He has walked and grounded out. And the first pitch is in there for the strike. Good pitch by Adam Stone. That was probably a good decision by Murray to come out quickly. Remind his young pitcher that he's still working with a 2-run lead. So Minnie with the homer. Outfield plays just about straight away, and the 1-1. Hit high in the air. Shallow right, 3 fielders looking for it. Second baseman will take responsibility, and Wainwright will put it away, and Woodring retired. We'll call out a shallow fly. Brings up Colin Kelly. Kelly hit into a double play and is grounded out. So Kelly digging on in to that left-handed batter's box. Outfield remains straight away here in the bottom of the 6th. Light breeze starting to blow out towards left center field. And the first pitch is down low for a ball. 4-2 your score. Stanford leading.
Colin Kelly.
Again, Stone ready to deal it. The 1-0 pitch. Grounded foul. You do have some activity now in the Stanford bullpen. You had activity in the Greenwich bullpen down the left field side. Robert Cribben warming up. We got 2, matter of fact, double barrel action down there. Newcomer, another guy warming up for Stanford. Here's the 1-1, that's fouled off. It didn't pick up who was warming up for Greenwich. As the game gets interesting now. On the strength of that 2-run home run by Eric Minnie, the first hit of the game here in the 6th inning for the Greenwich Cannons against Adam Stone. Count 1 ball, 2 strike, 2 out, bases clear. And Stone ready to pitch. Comes with a fastball, fouled off towards the parking lot, and anybody with a car in that parking lot on our left, concerned. So that fly ball hit for homer out the right field, traveled, about 335 or so? Straight away right. Up into the stands. Saw a couple of home runs during the high school CIC baseball championships that were really clouded. Yeah, that ball hit well. Left center field will find the gap. It's going to roll and roll and roll all the way to the wall. And in the second goes Colin Kelly. He's thinking 3 as the relay throw to the infield. to DePretta, and he'll eat it there, as that's a triple for Colin Kelly. Hit a long way to the gap in left center. Get into that wind stream there, with that light breeze starting to blow. And that's a couple of big hits in the inning now for Greenwich as their bats come to life.
Pitcher number 8, Connor Langan.
Now a guy that can help his own cause is Connor Langan. So Langan 0 for 2 today is struck out and grounded out 5-3 when Nicholson, the third baseman, made a nice play on a ball that hopped up on him a bit. That pitch down low and a nice stop behind the plate by Mir. It's a 2-run game. Runner at third base here for Greenwich. Stone. They're talking pitch counts, which I don't understand. It's too complicated for me. But Stone gets the pop up towards the dugout. I guess that's why I don't like the pitching rules with the pitch counts. I can't count high enough or figure it all out. Yeah, too much math for me. Yeah, that's right. It's finally been admitted. Nobody can. During the regular season, it's really on the honor system, right? All the coaches get together and they're working on the honor system. It seemed to all work out. 1 ball, 1 strike. You got 2 out. Runner at third base. Stone to deal it. And the 1-2. Tried to curveball that, missed inside. So Cribbin continues to warm in the Stanford bullpen, along with newcomer. May see a new pitcher for Greenwich coming on out here in the 7th. We'll wait and see. That's chopped right back to Stone. Feels it. Got it onto the bag at first in time for the out. And that's a big put out of Langan. 1-3 if you score. Well, they had a couple of hits in the inning. You had the triple by Colin Kelly, but that took second best to the 2-run home run by Eric Minnie to make the score 4-2 through 6. Back with the top of 7 on SportingNewsCT.com.
Not only have I learned a lot of speaking skills,
Meeting these 50 other incredibly talented people,
But most of all, I think you learn a lot about yourself.
you're able to grow in so many ways.
Learning about public speaking.
you also gain a tremendous amount of friendships.
It's a nice bonus.
That's definitely a plus, I'm not going to lie.
Is definitely something that is on my mind.
It's such a great document.
It guarantees me so many liberties and freedoms.
It's looking out for me.
The significance that I place on voting.
The 8th Amendment, which deals with cruel and unusual punishment.
My comparison of the Constitution to a lens.
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, please contact us. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America.
All right, welcome right back into the top of the 7th. We travel as Stanford will come to the plate. We'll see a couple of changes here for Greenwich. The pitcher, Connor Langan, he's done after 6 full of 8-hit, 4-run baseball. He walked 2, struck out 7. He's on the hook if his team doesn't come on back. Mark Sanu has moved from the bag at first to the pitcher's mound, and the lefty going through his warm-up, so that's the only changes for Greenwich. Rodriguez has come on to play right field for Stamford. He did bat for Micah Tufano. That was back in the 6th inning. So it's a 2-run game now. Recapping quickly, Stanford scored 3 in the 2nd. The key hit in that 2nd inning was a 2-run double by T.J. Wainwright. They would add a run in the 6th inning to make it 4-0.
Number 17.
As the run would score on a wild pitch. Hunter Simmel, who singled to lead off the 6th inning, eventually scored from the bag at third on that wild pitch. Greenwich with just a couple of hits in the ball game, both coming in the bottom of the 6th inning. Eric Minnie with a 2-run home run to make it interesting now. So Sanu's trying to put Stanford to rest quickly here in the top of the 7th inning. Frangiosi to lead it off. the Sanikia, the on-deck circle. DePretta to follow. Top of the order, 1, 2, and 3 for Stanford. Count goes 2 balls and no strikes. Cribbin and Company, newcomer, they're all warmed up down in the bullpen for Stanford. That ball hit in the left center field for a base hit. So Frangiosi with a leadoff single. That's the 9th hit of the ball game for Stanford today. And they have a leadoff runner on. And 2 of the 3 innings prior to the 7th here, when they got the leadoff runner on, they scored a run. So Michael Lissanikia stepping up to the plate. Lissanikia today has struck out 3 times. First pitch is in there for the strike. Sanu would love one of those double play balls, perhaps energizing the Cannons as they eventually make their way back to the dugout for the bottom of the 7th. And they do not want to see the extra run put up on the board by Stamford here. The winner of this game will play again tomorrow at 4. The loser will play at 1 o'clock. Cheshire and Trumbull will decide who the opponents will be in their 4 o'clock game that we'll have for you in just a little while, about an hour and a half from now. West Hartford now leading 6-2 in the bottom of the 6th inning in Bristol, we hear. Of course, Steve Riley there with the live account for you. You can also watch the iScore feed. Sanu the lefty in relief. And the pitch up high. He lost his cap again. So he gave up a base hit, now a walk. He got 2 on for Stanford.
Shortstop number 11, Dean DePretta.
So Dean DePretta stepping on in. DePretta today is 0 for 2 with a walk. They're bringing some new baseballs into play. So DePretta has a quick chat with his head coach, Mr. Murray. Sanu now working under pressure with 2 on and nobody out. Pitch outside, ball 1. Sanu moved for the bag at first to the pitcher's mound. Did warm up the twin innings when actually his team was at the plate in the 6th. He had a chance to throw a few warm-up pitches, but not easy to come from the field and on in. King will find this high fly ball. The center fielder will camp. They're going to tag the runner, and the throw is going to be late and gets away. Frangiosi, however, had slid into the bag, so he did not get up and try to pop that home, but the Sanikia able to take second on the error. E6, that's the first error of the game. So now you got runners at second and third with 1 down. And Hunter Semmel to the plate. Singleton scored in a wild pitch back in the 6th inning. Semmel's been very good defensively for the Stanford team. He'll foul that off. Go to brother Montana Semmel, also on the team. Infield in around the horn for Greenwich, and the 0-1 pitch fouled off. Timmy Miller in the on-deck circle. The 0-2. Nice stop behind the plate by Woodring and a pitch down in the dirt to that left-hander's batter's box. Count now at 2 balls and 2 strikes to Semmel. in the top of the 7th. Bringing you our GoPro view today. And the pitch, got him. Pulled the string on him to the lefty. Crafty pitch and Semmel back to the dugout. Strikes out for the 3rd time here today. That's the first strikeout for Sanu. That's the 8th team strikeout. And you have 2 down.
Jim Mira.
So Mira's going to step on in. Had a ground rule double back in the 6th when he one-hopped the fence and left. Singled and scored back in the 2nd, so he's 2 for 3 today. There's the number 5 hitter in the lineup for the Stanford team. One missed. Going to Eckerd College this coming fall is Timothy. Sanu's pitch, a little high again. He lost that cap. Got to get some Velcro for the hair. Maybe a haircut might help keep it tighter on the head. I've been letting my hair grow a little bit, and I know the caps fall off a little more often than they used to. Here comes the 3-0, and that's in there for the strike. The automatic strike call. Count goes 3 balls and 1 strike. Sanu's 3-1, and that's ball 4. So that's going to load the bases with 2 down.
Third baseman, number 4, Connor Nicholson.
So Nicholson is 1 for 3. That was all against Langen. Facing Sanu for the first time. Bases loaded. You might think if Stanford can play the run, they could put this game well out of reach. A couple makes it very, very difficult. Only 7-inning ball game. This is the part of the batting order that's really done some damage for Stanford today. You got Nicholson with a hit, Grafstein with a base hit and a run scored. You got Wainwright with a 2-run double. He bats 8th in the batting order. Here comes the 1-1, and that's going to find its way to the shortstop. The long throw to the bag at second, and can't get anybody. That's going to go to an infield base hit and an RBI. Kelly gave it a great effort. I really thought it was going to get through. Angiosi will score. 2 runs would have scored if that gotten through, so that's a heck of a play. It's now 5-2.
Fielder number 7, Michael Grafstein.
And it brings up Grafstein. As we mentioned, Grafstein 1 for 2 today with a walk. Base is still loaded. Well, a couple of key hits for Stanford with 2 out in the ball game. Had a key 2-out hit in the 2nd to score a run. Here in the 7th, that pitch low and away. 5 runs on 10 hits now for Stanford. No errors. 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 error for Greenwich. That pitch down low. And the 2-1. Popped up. This should do it for the inning. Shielding his eyes is Langen. He'll find it in foul play and make the catch for the inning's final out. But a big run put up on the board, but they leave him stranded on all the bags of Stanford. They up the lead to 5-2, back with a bottom of 7 right after this.
I never realized how much the American Legion did in our community until I was overseas and my family needed help. The Legion was there, taking care of things I couldn't, and they asked nothing in return. I guess it's because they know what I'm going through. They've been here before, and when I looked into it, I discovered that there was a way for me to continue to serve my fellow veterans and my community through the American Legion. That's why I joined.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why I belong.
I never realized how much the American Legion did in our community until I was overseas and my family needed help. The Legion was there, taking care of things I couldn't, and they asked nothing in return. I guess it's because they know what I'm going through. They've been here before, and when I looked into it...
All right, welcome right back to the bottom of inning 7, and Greenwich down to their final 3 outs in game 1 of this North Super Regional in this double elimination portion of the American Legion tournament. Loser will play tomorrow at 1, the winner at 4 versus losers and winners of the Trumbull-Cheshire game we have coming your way at 4 o'clock today. Sure to lead it off. Colombo, then Sanu. New pitcher on is Hunter Semmel for Adam Stone. Stone goes 6 complete, allowing just 2 hits, 2 runs. That pitch in there for the strike. Stone now playing the bag at first as Semmel had vacated that spot. Quite a performance by Adam Stone today. Took a no-hitter into the 6th inning. Gave up the 2-run homer to Eric Minnie. That home run was the first hit of the game for the Greenwich Cannons, and he had Connor Kelly hit a triple, but he was staring at the bag at third. 5-2 your score. 2 runs in the 6th for Greenwich to make it interesting. At the big run by Stanford put up on the board in the top of the 7th, wasn't it? 5 runs on 10 hits, no errors. 2 runs, 2 hits, and 1 error for Greenwich, and the pitch at the tad high. Shore today is 0 for 1. He walked back in the 5th. That was against Adam Stone. So they had Cribbins warming up along with newcomer, but they go with Semmel, and that's fouled off. They give up the designated hitter, by the way, with Stone remaining in the ball game. Rodriguez, the right fielder, Frangiosi in center, Grafstein, the left fielder. Count full, 3-2. Want to get the leadoff guy. Foul straight back. Shore stays alive. Protecting the plate, perhaps, with that swing. Stone at first, Wainwright. He's at the bag at second. Dean DePretta, the shortstop. Connor Nicholson at third. Count full, 3-2. Semmel, big, strong, right-hander. Likes the sign, the deal. And he got the strike 3 call. Looks like he just challenged him with a fastball there. That's his first strikeout.
Third baseman, number 10, Ricky Colombo.
Brings up Ricky Colombo. Colombo 0 for 2. All against Stone. And the pitch. In there for the strike. Semmel to deal it. The 0-1. A little high, and the count goes 1 ball, 1 strike. Light breeze blowing out the left center field. The skies have lightened somewhat. It was a little bit overcast this morning. Curveball in there for the strike, and the count goes 1-2. Ground ball off the glove of Semmel and charged by Wainwright. Hurries a throw on the first, and that's going to be a tardy throw, and Colombo has himself an infield base hit that deflected off the glove of Semmel. So Greenwich with a 1-out base runner down by 3 runs. So Mark Sanu will step up to the plate. Sanu is 0 for 2 today.
Mark Sanu.
84 degrees here in Middletown currently, with some humidity. Pitch in there for the strike call. Sanu began the game as the first baseman, now the pitcher, with Langan going from the mound to first base in the top of the 7th. Count quickly 0-2 here to Sanu. Semmel's pitch missed outside. The count goes 1 ball and 2 strikes. Save situation here for Hunter Semmel in the 7th. Adam Stone can pick up the win. That's a strike 3 call. These two teams competed out of Zone 4. Trumbull also a Zone 4 representative, playing Cheshire, representing Zone 3. They're in the house. We're about an hour away from start time.
Ryan King.
Here's Ryan King to the plate. He has walked and scored. Scored on the 2-run homer by Eric Minnie. That's a bright spot today for the Cannons. First pitch in for the strike. Semmel now starting to loosen up out there in the mound. So a terrific performance from Stone, allowing 2 hits. There's a little blooper, and that's in the center field. For base hit, Frangiosi charged it. Now you got 2 on and 2 out. For a second, I thought the Predator might have a chance to get that.
Left fielder number 1, Anthony Ferraro.
So Ferraro steps up, 0-for-3 today. He represents a game-tying run. Remember, Minnie, the on-deck batter, has a homer today. So a little bit of suspense here in the bottom of the 7th. The great thing about baseball, not over till it's over, says Yogi. Outfield just about straight away, not playing all that deep. The 1-0 pitch from Semmel. Missed the inside corner. The count goes 2-0. Greenwich down to the final out. The pitch in there for the strike. Count goes 2-1. Things heating up in Bristol, too, in the late innings. Here comes a 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Count goes level 2-2. Semmel pitch away from sending Stanford to the winner's bracket game tomorrow at 4 o'clock. The 2-2 pitch. And that's a little flare right to the Predator. He makes the catch on the pop-up, and that is going to do it. Stanford beats Greenwich in Game 1 of this North Super Regional by the score of 5-2.
Please, ladies and gentlemen, the winning pitcher was Stone.
Adam Stone, the winning pitcher. Losing pitcher, Connor Langan, as Langan worked 6, taking the loss. Stone worked 6 to pick up the win to save the Hunter Semmel. 5 runs on 10 hits and no errors for Stanford. For Greenwich, 2 runs on 4 hits and 1 error. Hitting start for Greenwich pretty easy. Eric Minnie with a 2-run home run in the 6th inning. And the hitting star for Stanford today, T.J. Wainwright with that 2-run double back in the 1st inning. That was a key hit. He had the RBI base hit from Anthony Frangiosi. Also in the 2nd inning, they also scored a run on a wild pitch in the ball game. And there you go. They're on to victory here today. Another run scored, I believe, on an error, didn't it? Yeah, that's. I think that's how it all went. All right. Maybe an RBI base hit by Nicholson. I think that's what it was. Didn't write down the RBI. Oh, well, there you go. It's in the books. It's 5-2. It's all about winning, right? We'll be back at 4 o'clock with more baseball coming your way right here on SportingNewsCT.com as Trumbull takes on Cheshire. Should be a good one. Looking forward to it. For now, goodbye, everybody.